Hello, Redeemer Kids team. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that this Advent season is, what day is it? It's already December 3rd. So I hope your Advent has started off really joyful and has gone great. This video, I'm going to cover all of our plans for Advent in Redeemer Kids. I'm really excited for Advent this year with Redeemer Kids and just like looking for ways to make the Christmas season more special for the kids at our church. And I think by marking out a specific Advent season for our kids, I think that's one way that we can do that. And then we're gonna end with a big party. I don't know exactly what the party will look like for the sanctuary classrooms quite yet, but Luther Hall, we're gonna have a big party on December 21st. So here's our plan for the next 3 weeks in Redeemer Kids. I'm gonna start with the sanctuary. Now, sanctuary class, if you're like, especially if you have the older kids, the 3s and 4s, if you want to do the memory verse with us, please do. I think the 3s and 4s could absolutely pick this up. You can watch that video, right? It won't let me link it twice, actually. So I'm going to link it for the Luther classroom since they for sure need to watch it. But I'll try to figure out a way. Maybe I can pin it in the comments or something to where you can find the memory verse video if you want to do it. It's the same one we did last year. It might just be our December memory verse forever. It's very easy. The kids seemed to like it last year, and it's a great verse. Okay, so there's a memory verse if you want to do it. So December 7th, we're just going to stick with our blue Bible. So on December 7th, you're going to do story 28, and class will operate just like normal, but we're talking about Christmas. Then on December 14th, we're going to do story 29, which is the next Christmas story in the blue Bible. But then December 21st, we're going to read this book together. We've done this before. I don't know if we did it last year or 2 years ago, but A Very Noisy Christmas. It's just a sweet little, just a little storybook of the Christmas story, but there's a lot of interaction for it, how you have kids be quiet and have them be really loud. If you wanted to, you could give them bells. I think we've done that before when it encourages everybody to celebrate. You can do bells, you can jump and sing and dance, you can do whatever, but that will be our special book for that day. Like I said, I don't know what the sanctuary party will look like quite yet. I do have a couple snacks in mind. I think maybe I was thinking animal crackers and maybe fruit snacks for the 3s and 4s, but regardless, I will communicate beforehand with parents whatever snacks that we're going to offer. Maybe I may have already done that, actually. I'll check my parent newsletter. I took a long break over Thanksgiving and it's taken me a minute to come back in. So we'll have a special snack. We might do a craft that day. Not totally sure yet, but that is our plan for the sanctuary for Advent. Pretty standard, actually. Luther Hall is where our bigger changes are going to be. So switching gears now to talk about Luther Hall. Okay, Luther, we do have a memory verse. I know we haven't had one for a couple of months, but please, if you can do this memory verse with your kids, I will link it right here this time. You can watch the video. A lot of them should remember it from last year. It went over really well. We did it at the Christmas program last year. We'll do it at the Christmas program again. I feel like the motions are relatively easy. And yeah, it's just a great verse. So the great thing about Luther Advent too, since we did not have Redeemer Kids on November 30th, we're going to be a week behind Big Church. So if you're teaching on December 7th, you can go back and look at or listen to, I think Mark preached on Jesus as prophet on November 30th. You could go pull from his sermon if you want to prep for your teaching that way. If you're teaching on December 14th, Jesus as priest, then on December 7th, Brantley is going to preach on that from the pulpit. So does this make sense? You can pull from the teaching the Sunday prior. And what I decided to do, what we're going to do for our Advent lessons is Andrew is going to go in and give you some bullet points and kind of like line it up a little bit with what they talked about with the sermon. But I started to give you a really detailed leader guide, and I realized as I was typing things out, one, it was going to be a lot of work, but two, we have a lot of really gifted teachers in our Redeemer Kids volunteer team. And so instead of me just like typing out word for word what you should say, I was like, people are going to know how to say this way better than I could to their own kids. So we're giving you bullet points and then giving you the freedom to kind of craft your own lesson around them. If you want to find the corresponding passage, in a different Bible or a kid's Bible, feel free to do that. As of right now, I don't have any crafts planned. I will plan a craft for the Christmas party, but for December 7th and December 14th, I don't have a craft. So if you wanted to plan a craft or an activity, that'd be great. But you're gonna get the bullet point, the teaching points, the talking points, and then I think he's putting in some discussion questions as well. So for teachers, that's what you're going to be looking at in your leader guide. I'm going to try to get them out to you. Hopefully you'll be seeing this on like Tuesday or Wednesday of every week, so you have some extra time. And of course, if that feels overwhelming to you, or you just need assistance or need help, please feel free to reach out to me or Andrew if you want help crafting your actual lesson. So if you need anything from us, please let us know. So for us, again, we're following Big Church. We're just going to be a week behind. So December 7th, we're going to be talking about Jesus as prophet. One special thing about this Sunday too, we could not work in any other Christmas program practices. So December 7th, as soon as kids are dismissed from worship, we're gonna gather them in the foyer like we normally do, and then we're actually going to take them upstairs in Luther first thing, and Connor Bashirs is going to play keys for us, and we're just going to sing through all of our Christmas program songs. So even if kids aren't participating in the Christmas program, that's okay. We're all just going to take a minute to sing some Christmas songs. I don't think it'll take that long. Actually, it might take about 20 minutes. I think it'll probably take about 20 minutes. So just keep that in mind, December 7th, teachers. You may not have a ton of time to get too in depth, which might be helpful. Or you just might not have a ton of time for free play at the end, but that's totally fine. So December 7th, we're going to run through all of our Christmas songs first thing, then you'll go to your classrooms and talk about Jesus as prophet. December 14th, we're talking about Jesus as priest. Like I said, Andrew's going to teach on that on December 7th. And then December 21st is Jesus as King. Now, December 21st, that's our party day, and it's going to look a little bit different than normal Redeemer Kids. We are going to keep the kids the entire time. So similar to Easter, we're going to have parents drop their kids off in the classrooms instead of taking them upstairs to worship. They'll drop their kids off in the classrooms, and then in the classroom right away, you're going to have some sort of like simple craft for them to do, and you're going to teach the lesson on Jesus as King. We're going to keep this short and really simple. We're going to keep it short and simple, but just so you know, December 21st, if you're teaching on the party day, you will be greeting kids in your classroom and immediately putting them to work and then teaching them. And then about 20 to 30 minutes after drop off, we will take all the kids upstairs for the big party all together. So we're going to do some songs together. We'll decorate our cookies. We'll play reindeer games. And my plan for the reindeer games is to end it in some sort of maybe scavenger hunt where our classrooms end up back downstairs in their own classrooms. That's where I want the games to end. And when they get to their classrooms, they're all going to find a little present for each of them. So I might need your help coordinating, but we can figure that out day of while we're playing the game, who's going to go get the presents situated. Oh no, my computer's locking me out. So that is the plan for the party. Again, I will communicate. I think I already have actually communicated that we are having special snacks and cookies that day. But otherwise, it should be a really fun, I think it should be a really fun Sunday. Feel free to dress festive if you would like. But that is our plan for Advent in Redeemer Kids. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for serving. I know this December is crazy for everybody, but I hope it's also fun and joyful too as we get to serve our kids and share about the good news of Christ and also celebrate ourselves. So thank you all so much, and I will see you on Sunday.